What's up guys, Overman back again, and today we got some new juicy information on the new Destiny DLC. So what do we know? Well, the only thing we actually know is that we'll most likely have to pay for it. But how come? Didn't they put microtransactions into the game so that they could make the DLCs free? Well, apparently not, according to the CEO of Activision, who said that microtransactions and DLC can coexist. Here's the quote. "We had a full year of expansions to the game that have been very well received and sold quite well. More recently, you've seen us introduce smaller, in-game purchases that allow people to customize their experience and express themselves. Those have been very well received and have sold well also. I think we've already shown that DLC and microtransactions can coexist, and that our community is hungry for more great content." Now, ignoring this man's ignorance of how Year 1 DLCs were received, this pretty much confirms that we'll have to pay for DLC in Destiny despite the fact that the game is now pushing microtransactions. And I already know a bunch of people are going to say, well, Bungie never specifically said that DLC would be free, so this is just something that the community believed after that Kotaku article said that. Well, that's true. Bungie never said that we'd be getting free DLC, but the thing is, it was such a widely accepted idea that I'm sure they caught wind of it. So if they heard about this idea that was instilling false hope in their community, shouldn't they have set the record straight? Shouldn't they have come out and clarified right away that they wouldn't make DLC free because of microtransactions? Surely they should have, but of course they couldn't do that because then the microtransactions wouldn't have sold as well. I'm sure that a large number of people went and bought microtransactions because they were so happy that Bungie was doing free DLC and they wanted to support their beloved developers because, you know, $140 so far isn't supporting them already, and some people probably just bought them with the money that they would use for the DLC instead. I think it's safe to say that if Bungie came out and pissed on the hype train for the DLC, then microtransactions would have taken a loss in sales. So Bungie Vision did what they do best: deceive and profit. Now, it's possible that Bungie will release some free quests and things like that alongside the paid DLC, but that doesn't make it okay to let your fans and customers believe a lie in the name of profit. And it also raises the question, what are we really getting? Because a lot of people thought that we'd be getting free DLC before, but of course that's not the case anymore. So what is it that we'll be getting? Is it going to be some dinky ass little quests without any meaningful rewards or, you know, meaningful story or cutscenes or anything like that? You know, what are we really going to be getting? But you know what? I was honestly expecting this shit after the whole Festival of the Lost thing. You know, when I first loaded into the tower and saw the decorations, I was really freaking excited. Mostly because Halloween is probably my favorite holiday of the year. So I'm looking around and I'm giggling with excitement, and then I go and I collect my candy sack and I'm going around the tower and I'm trick-or-treating and I have this big dumbass smile on my face and I'm seeing everyone with their masks. I'm like, alright, this is pretty freaking cool. I like this. I was totally ready to make a video and say something positive about Destiny, about what they've done here, but then I saw someone doing a dance and I'm like, is that what I think it is? So I rush over to test, and of course there's new microtransactions, some new emotes, and these crates that are very reminiscent of advanced supply drops or something you'd see in a mobile game, but thankfully you can only obtain cosmetic stuff from it for now. And after I saw that, I'm like, wow, of course. This wasn't Bungie being fun and cool. Nope, this was Bungie Vision making that paper. And you know what this is like? It's like a guy who buys his girlfriend some flowers and chocolates, and she's like, oh, you're so sweet. And as soon as she says that, he's like, yeah, can we fuck now? Like, really, dude? Could you be any more obvious? And worst of all, saying that taints the nice things that they did. But you know, I understand Bungie Vision is a business, so they're looking to make money. I get it. But this was a great time to roll out some free content. The whole reason I didn't make a video sooner ripping on the new microtransactions was because I thought they'd release some new missions to explain the Festival of the Lost so we could know what the holiday was all about and enjoy it even more. But in typical Bungie fashion, they didn't go the extra mile to explain the lore and backstory for the Lost. Nope. They just did the bare minimum and cashed out. This really shows how cheap and lazy Bungie is. They made this holiday called the Festival of the Lost, and they didn't even say who the Lost is. I was expecting some new quests and missions to explain the festival and all that stuff, and then reward us with some loot exclusive to this timed event, and then make all that loot like candy colored or something, you know, so we could have some nice candy blue hand cannons or a candy red sniper rifle, or maybe they reward you with some scary looking gear that could be infused. I mean, something, anything, man, but nope. we get nothing. But I mean, that's what you should expect from Bungie, if we're being honest. And you know, normally I'd say that this would be the perfect time to let your frustrations be heard and set the internet on fire and just go blow up the forums with your criticisms. But honestly, that's probably not even gonna do anything. I mean, remember when we set the internet on fire about the whole collector's edition thing? All they did was make the collector's edition separate, so you know you can buy the emotes and shit for $20. It wasn't like they gave us anything for free. So normally I'd say, yeah, go give Bungie some shit and maybe we'll still get free DLC. But it's obvious that we won't. It's obvious that they're just gonna sweep this under the rug and say, yeah, we never said that we were gonna give free DLC, so fucking deal with it. And honestly, man, this is really friggin' shitty. Cause now we have a $60 game, no, $140 game with microtransactions inside of them. Like, what the fuck, dude? Microtransactions normally belong in free-to-play games, and sometimes they make their way into $60 games, but most of the time you get something free in return. But here we ain't getting shit. I mean, if you count the freaking Festival of the Lost, which was just, you know, some trick-or-treating and a few masks, I mean, yeah, we're getting something for free, but is that really worth the microtransactions? Honestly, I really don't think it is. But anyways, that's it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not feeling too shy, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the Festival of the Lost and what you think about paid DLC in Destiny. And of course, subscribe for more videos like this in the future and follow me on Twitter for some Twitter shenanigans. But that's it for me though, guys. Over, man.